Hello, everybody! How's it going? Hi, everyone! You guys ready for this? Cause I sure am. Cham, hi Valkyria, how you doing? Sorry, I took a shower and my hair is really wavy right now. But yeah, let's get into it. I'm super excited. But yeah. Okay. Here we go. I'm gonna do this, put that there. Rise from the ashes. Let's go! Oh my god. Hi, Emma. I'm gonna put you right there, girl. Anyway, Emma. Emma, was it? So you're a scientific investigator? Yes, that's right. Is something wrong? Sorry about having a Dragon Ball fight in your server. Honestly, you're fine. Don't worry about it. Time to go! Hi Ryan, how you doing? Yosha! No, it's just you seem kinda jumpy, or just young? Young? I'll be 16 years old this year. Oh no. Oh, I see. Wait, only 16? I was kidding anyways. It is time. Hey Fire, how you doing? I'm set to be formally assigned to the forensics in 3 more years. My work is becoming quite well known, at my age no less. So what exactly is your current position then? Well, legally speaking, I guess you'd call me an 11th grader? Oh my god. Hello, I am fine, thanks. How's everyone here? Everybody's doing great. I'm not Gogeta the Vegito. But I'm ready to do my job at my age no less. You're another future professional in training. This case. So what's this, hold on, I need water already. So how far do you like, Legend of Zelda? I'm not gonna say, cause, I don't want to tell anybody where I am, because I feel like if I do, a lot of people will be like, oh, you know, there's this, and this, and I'm like, let me just do my own thing. As of right now, I'm still in the beginning. That's all I have to say. I don't know where in the beginning, but just still in the beginning. No spoilers, exactly! I don't want no spoilers. Anyway, so what's this about a case? You said the trial's tomorrow? My sister didn't do it! She wouldn't stab someone with a knife! She wouldn't! So, it's a murder case. I don't care if there's a witness who saw her do it, she didn't do it! I know she didn't do it. It's a scientific fact. And there's a witness. Just talk to her! You have to talk to her! Right, let me just hold on. Okay. I suppose I will. I promised her I'd bring Mia Fey, but I am not asking where are you in the game. How do you like the game so far? It's great! So far it's great. So, what do you want to be? You want to be a scientific investigator when you grow up then? Excuse me? I'm not a child, I help you know. Still, it's a good to have a goal, albeit a very usual one. I believe investigations should be done scientifically. Don't you? So she's the opposite of Maya then, because Maya is spirit mediums, but Emma likes to do things scientifically. There's a thing where, I don't know, never mind. Yeah. If this case is handled scientifically, I'm sure my sister's name will be cleared. Your sister? I've been doing research, you know? I'm developing a new scientific method of case investigation. I'll show you when I'm done. I'm looking forward to it. Maya's better. Relations with Mia. My sister asked for Mia specifically. This Mia Fey person was a few years below her in school. So they went to the same school. She always told me to go to Mia if I ever needed a defense attorney. And well, I need one. Incidentally, Mia's a woman. Now that you mention it, I guess it is more of a woman's name than a man's. Well, if it's nice for you to help your sister out like this, you must be close. Well, actually, when she gets like she is now, I kind of hate her. But she is my only family. Your only family? What about your parents? They died in a car accident when I was little. Oh, I'm sorry. Anyway, let's go here. I wonder what's wrong with Emma. She got quiet all of a sudden. Guard, I thought I told you I didn't want visitors. Sorry, ma'am. It's just your sister. No excuses. Or did you not want to raise us here, understood, ma'am. Huh? Hi, Lana. Funny. I seem to remember specifically telling you not to come here. Perhaps my memory is failing. Look, I didn't want to come here either, okay? But your trial's tomorrow and you still don't have a defense attorney. I'll be the one in court tomorrow. This has nothing to do with you, Emma. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Hey, how did you know? Wait, how do you know our names? Mia mentioned you. I've heard quite a bit. I'm sorry, what exactly is it that you do? My name is Lana Sky. I'm chief prosecutor for this district. You're a prosecutor? Two sisters, one a lawyer. Could this be a coincidence? Maybe. Emma, Lana, I mean, they're just like... Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? There's something you should know from the start, which is the suspect in this case has confessed to the crime. Huh? Wait, but the suspect is me. I did it. Well, Mr. Wright, well, why don't you begin by telling me exactly what happened? The crime took place yesterday, February 21 at 5:15 p.m. That's quite specific. It was in the witness's deposition. A witness clearly saw me committing the crime. That was a bit of a bad luck, wasn't it? The crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. The prosecutor's office, huh? I was arrested on the spot, caught red-handed, as it were. The victim. So, who was the victim? An investigator with the police department. I suppose the correct term is detective. A detective? Death was due to a loss of blood. He was stabbed once in the stomach. By you? Death wasn't immediate, but the wound was fatal. I see. Allow me to repeat myself, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective. You know what that means, don't you? Uh-oh. What, Mr. Wright? What does it mean? Well, it means the police department will consider it a matter of pride and have me found guilty. They will use any means at their disposal to do so. Oh my. Lana, so you're the chief prosecutor. That is correct. I am responsible for overseeing every trial handled by the prosecutors in this district. I make sure the prosecutors have what they need to do their job and manage every aspect. Those are my responsibilities in a nutshell. Still, I'm a little surprised. I would think you'd recognize the district's chief prosecutor, Mr. Wright. Huh? In fact, it seems impossible you wouldn't. Oh, you have a wound on your hand. Lana? What happened to your hand? Oh, this? I cut myself by accident. When I stabbed him, that is. Huh? I'm not very good at being a criminal, I suppose. She was in the class ahead of Mia, wasn't she? You were in a school with Mia, correct? A few years above her? Emma told you that too, did she? Well, why not? I did drag him all the way here from his office. Although it seems he was very little in common with Mia. Hey, it was in law school. I was in my 3rd year and she was auditing the class. She was different than the other students. Different? She was strong. She'd do anything to become a defense attorney. Anything. That was probably why she was attracted to me. Excuse me? intellectually attracted. Lana was top of her class in school. I was the best there was. Oh. I'm doing pretty good in school too, by the way. Huh. Well, Mr. Wright? Excuse me? As you can plainly see, I am admitting my guilt. I think it's safe to say there's no way you can take this case. None. But Lana! Why? Why are you doing this to me? You never think anyone but yourself. I know you didn't do it, Lana. I know! So how can you say you did? If I lose you, I'll be all alone. I hate you, Lana! Mr. Wright? Yeah? I believe our discussion here has ended. The rest, I leave to you. You mean you're requesting my service as a defense? Don't lose any sleep over it. Your client has confessed after all. The case is over. Right. I'll do what I can to get the bottom of this. But something doesn't fit. It's that look in Emma's eyes. Oh. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. Huh? About what? My sister. She's not always like that, you know. I just never expected to be defending another prosecutor again. She's changed a lot. She used to be so gentle, always smiling. Everybody liked her. I see. Oh. What happened to her? I don't know for certain myself. I think maybe she... well, maybe not. Hmm? Let's go check out this underground parking at the prosecutor's office, shall we? Okay! Whoa. Bing. So this is the lot where it all happened. Looks like they're still investigating. Hey everyone! Keep up the good work! Hey! What are you thinking? Well, they are going to be my co-workers 3 years from now, after all. No harm in saying hello. Actually, there is. You know, attorneys aren't supposed to examine crime scenes. I'm trying to not stand out too much here, see? Hey there! You spectating to go unnoticed here, partner? Partner? Oh, hello. What do we have here? Looks like a bambina got loose from the ranch and is wound up good. No good. Folks gotta learn to keep them doggies tied down, partner. Mr. Marshall! What? What are you doing? Looky here, Bambina. I know you how you feel, but this is my gang's Gold Strike, see? Strike? This is our claim, our territory, with a mother load of evidence. If you're fixing to mess with what's ours, you'll regret it, partner. You know what dreams the cacti out of the desert dream? You want to? What's this guy talking about? I don't think you should be drinking that. You head along now. Happy trails, Bambina. Okay. Was that your friend of yours? El Bambino! Bring back Gumshoe. Kinda, sorta. Yeah, he's a detective. Who thinks he's the sheriff from the Wild West, it seems. Hey, there's a wallet on the ground. What's this? A wallet? Excuse me, officer. Wait! What are you doing, Mr. Wright? What am I doing? I just found this wallet, so I'm handing it over to the police. I don't believe it! This is real basic. Anything at a crime scene is evidence. Let's be scientific about this, please. Just put it in your pocket. Bruh! How is this scientific? I'm called to duty already, and to my tender age. Here, I'll teach you the trick of examining evidence in detail, okay? Oh, God. Okay, now look at the court record. We already did this. Oh, you have to be sure to examine evidence carefully on all sides. Now let's start examining from every single angle. Well, look, I think there might be a clue here. You should check it out. Press enter. Enter. This is an ID card? Sergeant Bruce Goodman. ID 5842-189. See? Well, it's scientific investigation. Useful? I guess I thought I don't see what science has to do with this. Okay. Let's be sure to examine every piece of evidence we find. Okay. Oh. Cafe security. Yeah, that must be it. Okay. Phone! Here, a phone! Let's see if it works! Hey, don't touch stuff we don't need to be touching. I can't hear anything! My ears! No, my ears! Maybe it's due to the biometric pressure. What? Hey, what did you just say? See, you can hear just fine. The phone's broken. Aha! A ladder! That's a step ladder. What's the difference? It's scientific terms, please! Scientific, huh? Look at the basic nature of things, Mr. Wright. Ugh. A door! It must mean something! No, it won't open! Ugh. Anything else? Anything? Okay. Dang it. I've noticed that defense attorneys have a tendency to want to show people things. Oh! Well, no time to waste. Let's get hunting for clues. I wonder what this is. Well, partner, looks like you got no intention of going home quietly. Hello, welcome back, cowboy man. The sheriff! Like I said before, this here's our claim. You best be moseying along, unless you're fixing to bite the bullet. Huh? Could you tell us one thing? Who owns that car? Bruh, well, the little filly's got a good nose on her. You want to know who rides that red Mustang with the body of her saddle, eh? Please! No problem, partner. About time there were victuals anyway. Get yourselves this little saloon up to the 12th floor in the prospector's office. Might just find you a Cervera you like? Cerveza? Note to self, look up Victuals Saloon Cerveza. Maybe we should check out room 1202. Okay. In any case, stay away from the car. You can look around here as like... you can look around here all you like. Just keep your paws off your claim. Okay. Bye. Great. Maybe there are some clues around here, Mr. Wright. Let's check it out. Excuse me? Were you two all set? Us? Oh, God! What the heck? Why do you have, like, an octopus for a necklace and rice balls on your head? You're selling lunches? Here? This is a crime scene. Oh, hello. Half and half, was it? Huh? Oh, thanks. And you, sir? Yes? Some crunchy goodness coming at you. Thanks? This area is off limits to anyone without clearance. Especially passerbys. Or are you officers? No, but you don't look exactly like the type who have clearance. Well, that's hardly a way to greet someone. I will definitely buy that lunch. Ryan, even with my days as the cough-up queen are over. Cough up? Huh? You know, I'm feeling kind of full. Maybe I'll pass on lunch. I'm quite connected to this case, you see. The images are burned into my eyes, you might say. Yes, all the sword's secrets. Secrets? Dear me, you are a slow one, aren't you? I'm referring to the murder, the stabbing of that detective. Huh? You mean you're the witness my sister was talking about? Please, cough up, Queen. Tell us what happened. The name is Angel Star. Don't you forget anything? Or before you know it, I'll have you whimpering at your heels. My heels. Yes, ma'am. Jesus. Anyway, let's talk about the case, haha. Somehow, I knew. Yesterday was a day of destiny. I knew something was going to happen. Just like how I knew that the daily special on Friday every week is salmon. Destiny? Was yesterday special for some reason? You're a defense attorney, right? You should know then. You should know the foul misdeeds of the evil ones who haunt this den of inequity. Evil ones? Prosecutors, they have no qualms of all the blackening of the names of innocents. And yesterday they paid homage of the most evil one of them all. They gave an award for King of Prosecutors. What a farce. So she's saying there was some sort of prosecutors convention yesterday. I was almost compelled to lace their lunches with something foul. Do you have a personal grievance against prosecutors or something? Or is there some kind of scientific evidence of this, evil? Young miss, mock me at your own risk. You'll soon find out why they call me the cough-up queen. Ew! The most heinous of all evil ones, the one they rewarded yesterday, it was in his car that they found the body. Proof that he devoured all the evilness lunches of all. Really? Oh my god, I'm totally lost. This lunch lady has a thing against prosecutors. What you witnessed? So what exactly is that you witnessed, Miss Starr? It was a fascinating spectacle, to be sure. I now feel I know what they say when they talk about a woman's wrath. To see Lana Skye wield that knife so. Her knife flashed in anger, bringing him to a sad end. It was truly a sight to see. You mean you saw the very moment of the crime? The sound of his silvery ties to his world being cruelly cut strings in my ears. And the rhythmic beat of Lana Skye's knife. Wait a second, you know Lana Skye? Of course, it's quite a feat becoming chief prosecutor. How many lunchboxes of sin did she pack to make that journey, I wonder? She always travels light. Angel. Could we ask you a bit about yourself, Miss Starr? I come here every day to sell lunches. I import only the freshest and best from the Far East. For some reason, the box lunches are a hit here. Why not make the lunches here rather than import them? Did you say something? No. Only true connoisseurs can understand. The kind you can only tell someone who has tried General Tso's Trilobite's lunch set. Never mind, you win. Trilobite flavor. Anyway, I come here every day to sell lunches. My boyfriend works in the security room here at the prosecutor's office. Your boyfriend? The security room over there. The glass wall booth? I sell my lunches, and since I'm here anyway, I dropped in to see him. Huh. So, to scientifically analyze the data available so far, you, Miss Starr, are a lunch vendor with an ulterior motive for coming here. Prosecutor's office. Did you have a bad experience with the prosecutor, Miss Starr? I sense some hostility. Hostility? Perhaps. Prosecutors are all alike, and the bigger they get, the worse they smell. Kind of like 10-day-old clams in the chowder. Ugh. That'd be sure cause food poisoning, scientifically speaking, of course. I mean, now you're talking cop-up, Queen. About this card. Lunchland vendors only accept cash, no cards. Especially not a card belonging to someone else. No, not this isn't a credit card. It's an ID card. It belongs to a detective. And you're showing this to me, the lunch lady? Why? That's like showing a fine honeyed ham to a detective. What the hell? Is this Edgeworth? Oh yeah, they sell lunchboxes in Lawson in Japan, right? Yes. This is the kind of room that just screams, I can do the job. Quite a change for your room, office, really. Thanks. Look, there's a trophy or something here. A trophy? What the heck? It takes a real nerve to display stuff like this. Whoever's office this is, they must really be a real stuck-up jerk. Phoenix Wright. You never tire of prying into other people's business, do you? Edgeworth? Ah! Edgeworth! Long time no see, Edgeworth. Huh? Ah! Mr. Edgeworth! You know him? Oh, sorry. Huh? You know him from somewhere? Of course! I'm his biggest fan! Huh? My sister introduced once and... Well, what brings you here? I'll warn you, I've been known to be a real stuck-up jerk. No, did I? No. It was just Mr. Ray here, he... Hey, don't blame me. We're just here to investigate a murder case. Murder? A body was found in this nasty, bright red sports car in the parking lot. That would be my car? What of it? Why do you look like this? What? Your car? So the body was found in your car. Go ahead, say it right. You think I did it, don't you? After you went through all that trouble to help me last year, no less. No, we don't think you did it. I mean, it was my sister who stabbed him. Wait, no, she didn't do that. I mean... Wait. So you're the chief prosecutor's little sister, then? Yes, sir, Emma Skye. It's nice to meet you again. Now I remember, you've really grown. I'll admit, it was a surprise for me, too. To think that my own car would become the scene of a murder. More surprisingly still, I'm being forced to prove my superior's guilt? I can understand. Wait, what did you say? Lana Skye is the chief prosecutor, the top prosecutor in the district. She can't prosecute herself, so I'll be the prosecutor at the trial tomorrow. Oh! You? Mr. Edgeworth? To be honest, it's a bit of a miracle I'm still here at all. What do you mean? Rumors. You've heard the rumors about me, haven't you? Huh? Miles Edgeworth. It's hard to remember a time where there weren't rumors about this guy. Forging evidence or rearranging false testimonies, illegal searches, you name it. Thanks to you, my innocence was established in the trial at the end of last year. However, there are some who say I'm still responsible for the current incident. What? That's crazy. Some people need very little excuse to think ill of others. In fact, it's a fact of life, impossible to stop. That is true. No matter what you do, there are gonna be people that will just hate you for small things. But some of them even go so far as to present me with toys like this. They think it's funny. Toys? That's a bronze shield. Lana Skye. Chief Prosecutor Skye. Yes, we first worked together on a case 2 years ago. It was my first big case. That's right, I remember. 2 years ago. I wasn't even a lawyer yet. Since then, I always felt that she was looking out for me. It appears I was mistaken. Mistaken? Why? I mean, I know she's not the warmest person, but I'm sure she felt some responsibility for you. Then, why? Why did she stab someone in the trunk of my car? Not only that, she stabbed him with my knife. What? Mr. Edgeworth, your knife was the murder weapon? To be specific, it was the knife that I keep in the toolbox in the trunk of my car. Usually in Edgeworth's toothbox, traces of the victim bloods, no prints. No prints at all? So they must be wearing gloves then. Edgeworth? What? Are you sure you didn't do it? You have this strange sense of humor, Mr. Wright. Say, Edgeworth, I was wondering about this. Mr. Wright? Huh? What? Are you sure you should be showing that to Mr. Edgeworth? Oh. Oh. I wish I could be on the same side as Mr. Edgeworth. But then my sister would be found guilty. It's against my policy to discuss evidence in their defense, especially with you. He doesn't like you much, does he, Mr. Edgeworth? Mr. Wright. Yeah, with Edgeworth, it's never personal. It's all about winning tomorrow. Okay. You said you wanted some hot tea, right? No, but thanks. You must have to brew the leaves a long time to get rich flavor like this. We pre-infuse the leaves with steam before brewing. I knew it, so that's the secret of their aroma. Exquisite! It's a waste of time, dang! So basically, this says you were the best of the best last year, huh? You can't take that foolish grin, I swear, right? I lost a day of work to receive that travesty. Huh? Why is that? I had to go to the police department to receive that broken shield. The police department? Yes, right next to the police station downtown. You've been there, haven't you? Where Detective Gumshoe works? Yeah. I was wondering something about your shield. Why is it broken? What does it matter? I've got more important things to worry about. Oh, right. Yesterday was a very busy day for the prosecutor's office. Maybe we should ask him more about yesterday. Okay, let's talk about the day of the crime. Could you tell me more about yesterday, the day of the murder? Yesterday was an annual cleaning day at the prosecutor's office. Cleaning day? Working with the police department, we sort the file all evidence for solved cases. We call it evidence transferal. Wiping your hands of old cases, in other words. Oh, and another thing. A ceremony was held at the police department. There's an annual review and a reward for outstanding police officers and prosecutors. And that's when you got the shield? I was at the police department yesterday afternoon. I got back here at 5:12. That's very precise. People like myself and Mr. Edgeworth pride ourselves on our precision, Mr. Wright. No, I place little faith in my memory. The only thing I trust is solid evidence. Oh, thank you. Record of parking in the prosecutor's office lot. Enter the lot at 5:12 p.m. Okay. This is the parking stub from the underground lot. The murder took place around 5:15. So the murder happened right after you got back? What, right? I'd appreciate it if you direct that suspicious glare elsewhere. Oh, sorry, dang. Hello, who are you? Excuse me? Hold on, let me take my soda. Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the premises? I'm Edgeworth. What is it? I'm here, sir, at the request of Chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. Report? What? Did you find new evidence in the case against Chief Prosecutor Sky? I don't like this one. Sky, sir? No, sir. No name of that kind, sir. Not in this report, sir. Huh? Mr. Edgeworth's lid isn't on very tight, is it? I made a clear request to the police department, did I not? I need to focus on the trial tomorrow, so don't bring me anything unrelated. Sir, I'm just following orders, sir. They told me to bring this to you. I wasn't aware of the particulars of the... give me your name. Yes. Yes, sir! Meekins, sir! Officer Meekins! Right. Officer Meekins, take your report and leave. And good luck with that raise next month. But, sir, I didn't know. Oh. Huh. Right. Huh? Yes, sir! As you can see, I'm busy. You may leave now. Let's do what he says, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective from the same department as the patrolman just now. Go down to the police department. You can ask more there. Thanks. Okay. Da, 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 da. Emma? We're finally here. Why would they put the police department so far away from the prosecutor's office? Beats me. That took almost 30 minutes by taxi, and traffic wasn't even that bad. The police department, huh? I've only been to the criminal affairs next door. Hold on, what's that? Disturbing! Why does it like that? Oh wait, I know. This is the Blue Badger. They're trying to make him the police mascot. Wow, Mr. Wright, you sure know a lot about the police. Still, he does seem familiar somehow. Forget the Blue Badger. Who's the next him? Someone appears to be dancing with the Blue Badger. Uh-oh, he noticed me. He sure is running over here fast. Hey, pal! What you doing here? Oh, hey, Gumshoe! That's my line, Detective Gumshoe. Specifically, why were you dancing over there? What? Hey! I'll have you know, I'm a very busy man, pal. Gumshoe! I'll give you one word of advice, pal. You'd better not agree to defend the suspect in this case. Why not? Huh? Well, it's just that the chief prosecutor has confessed to the crime. She says she summoned the detective of the detective of the prosecutor's office and she killed him. But what if she's not telling the truth? Yes, well, no, come on, pal. There's plenty of evidence against her. But what if the evidence was faked? Hey, pal, can I speak to you for a second? Huh? Me? Why is this little girl so peeved at me? She's a relative of the suspect. She's Lana Sky's sister. Whoa! The chief prosecutor's little sister! Just please investigate this case carefully, okay? Scientifically. Yes, sir. Oh, by the way, you might want to keep your voices down. You don't want to be overheard using words like faked. Huh? It's a sensitive issue with us these days. So, what are you doing here, Detective Gumshoe? Me? Well, nothing really. They kicked me out of the criminal affairs. What? Why? Detective Gumshoe, what did you do this time? What do you mean this time? Then what happened? I know things are busy right now. I mean, with my sister's case and all. It's true. We've never had a chief prosecutor murder anyone before. Only the highest ranked people are being let into criminal affairs now. The lowest ranked guy in there is our chief of detectives. They're not letting any of us ranked and filed detectives in at all. None of you? Huh. So anyway, I thought I'd spend the day getting the Badger dance down pat. Isn't there anything else you could be doing? The chief of police himself is directing this investigation, pal. And Officer Marshall was assigned to the underground parking lot. Officer Marshall? The patrolman in charge of the crime scene. It's unheard of, pal! I was wondering about that. What? The dancing blue badger? It's my masterpiece. You made this, Detective Gumshoe? The chief threw together some designs and I just did my thing, pal. Nice work. It's battery powered, so it can go anywhere. There's no switch to it. It just dances until the battery dies. Poor Blue Badger, fated to dance until he drops. A work of art designed by the chief of detectives and created by Detective Gumshoe. Oh. So this ID card belonged to the victim. Yes, he was a detective, like myself. Detective Bruce Goodman. Don't you think it's strange? I mean, why would the victim's ID card be lying on the ground where we found it? Well, Detective Goodman should have been at the police department yesterday. There was an evidence transfer for a case he handed 2 years ago. Evidence transfer? Mr. Edgeworth mentioned that too. But Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Well, that's the thing. It's hard to say this, but word is that Chief Prosecutor Sky called him out there to the parking lot. He's in a tough spot again. Again? And if it all started with the murder of that defense attorney, Hammond. But Mr. Edgeworth was found innocent! Listen, pal, we have always been rumors about Mr. Edgeworth. Forging evidence, making deals with the witness, nothing outright, but there were always whispered rumors. Ever since he was accused for murder, no one's whispering. They're practically shouting. But there's no evidence against him! Well, Mr. Edgeworth has always and unusually strong ties to the department higher-ups. It's only natural that people would go suspicious. Hey, Blasto! Anyway, this latest case has started a new rumor. People say the only reason he took this case is because he's aiming for the chief prosecutor's position himself. Huh? But I know the truth, pal. Nobody wants to be the one who has to prosecute the chief prosecutor. Mr. Edgeworth is biting the bullet on this one. He's doing this for all of us. And that's all I know about that. I'm not officially on the case, you know. Thank you. Why aren't you handling the case, Detective Gumshoe? We met the guy who is... What's his name? The guy in the parking lot. That'd be Officer Marshall. He was appointed directly by the Chief of Police. Officer Marshall. Is he some kind of Wild West sheriff or something? No, Jake Marshall's just a regular officer. From West L.A. Of course. Of course he is. For a moment there, I wasn't sure. Look, pal, let me try to make things a little easier for you. Show them this and they'll let you examine the crime scene, maybe. Received by Detective Gumshoe. Allows Barry to investigate the crime scene. I'll be surprised if this actually gets us anywhere, but you know, just act like you're supposed to be there. Nobody will look at you twice, pal. Thank you. Hey, look there! It looks like something's been crossed out. Maybe it was a letter or something to Detective Gumshoe. Let's see. Annual bonus, $20. I think a couple of zeros are missing. No, that sounds about right. Maybe I should rethink my career as an investigator. Oh no, poor Gumshoe! Gumshoe! Looks like the investigation is still going. I have to be getting back to the shop. Sorry, looks like I'll be stuck in this pit till the sun sleeps. I'll see you in my dreams tonight then, baby. Oh, still here. Hello? Why, the surprised look. Didn't I mention? I've got a boyfriend in the criminal affairs, too. What happened to the security guard? Huh. Hey, what's wrong, Bambina? You're looking like a doggy that's lost its herd. Gulp gulp. Jake Marshall. Strange guy to put in charge of the crime scene. Hey, let's talk about the victim. There's something I wanted to ask you. The scene of the crime. A cold grave for men who've lost their dreams. And me, I watch over them as they sleep, dreaming of the desert harsh judgment. He's asleep. Well, should we know this? Should we show this hopeless case something to catch his interest? There's something I wanted to ask you. Oh, okay, I guess we present this. Would you mind reading this for me? What's this? I warn you, fan letters to me go right in the spittoon. It's a letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe. May we investigate? Gumshoe? Ah, that old God. My face, my eyes. That old cow dog. He's holding a birthday party or something? Huh? Look, where it should say letter of introduction, it says invitation. I think he just miswrote it. Wait, why am I getting all defensive here? No worries, this proves it's from Detective Gumshoe better than the blood test. Guess I'd better let you in then. Thank you, Officer Marshall. Hey, wait a sec. Isn't a crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective or higher? Well, folks, the clues are calling. Welcome to our gold strike. Be like the settler. Strike down at our lands unknown. Manifest destiny. Let's have a hootenanny. Huh? Note to self. Police investigators are like settling land. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say? Anyway, the victim. Officer Marshall, could you tell us more about the victim? Good men always die young. Remember that, partner. Could you be a little more specific? A little more specific? Bruce Goodman. He was a detective, right? Well, aren't you a feisty doggy there now? Detective Goodman was stabbed here at 5:15. The smiling Madonna told me the tale. One stabbed in the chest, a fine piece of work. This here's an autopsy report. Death due to loss of blood. One knife wound. Died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. Huh? Died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. So, basically, he was he placed there? Because if he died within an hour... Huh. I don't know. Was my sister involved with the victim in any way? Funny you should mention that, Bambina. She, Prosecutor Sky, and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all. Nothing in common? They apparently worked together on a case a few years back. Goodman wasn't a particularly gifted detective. That's one reason why he didn't do much work with Chief Prosecutor. But my sister called the victim here on the day of the murder, right? Here to this parking lot? So it seems, like calling an unarmed man to a shootout at high noon. Marshall. I don't mean any offense, but Officer Marshall, you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective? You calling me out? They shoot you in that Texas. Huh? I was the one of fancy shoot detectives till 2 years ago, to tell you the truth. Oh, really? But you're a patrolman now, so how can you be in charge of a crime scene? Nothing gets by to you, does it, Bambina? So why are you in charge? No reason. We're just short on hands right now. I'm keeping an eye out in the meantime. That's odd, though. Detective Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do. Nothing important, at least. He's nothing but a sad old cow dog that can't find his tail. Maybe it's because he runs with that Edgeworth. Edgeworth? That cow dog's been kicked out of the cattle run by order of the chief of police. Just so you don't realize it yet. The prosecutor's bright red sea came in at the trot, real slow like. A trot? Man, Madonna tells me the crime occurred 3 minutes later, so it seems the chief prosecutor was lying in wait. Maybe waiting for her prince to ride on his bright red horse. The killer attempted to use Edgeworth's car. Ah, a toy shield suits the boy well. What exactly could you shield with that? A toy knight, maybe? Officer Marshall, don't you have anything good to say about Mr. Edgeworth? You don't like him, right? Good, we get the point. You know, when I was a detective, I got one of these. Let me guess. Did it have a K for King of Detectives on it? Hey, they could have used the same shield over and over. Note to self, the prosecutor's office and criminal affairs are surprisingly cheap. You know it, they've gotten cheaper with every passing year, I tell you. Oh, okay, sorry, what's that, some sort of police passport? This is Detective Goodman's ID card. Strangely enough, we found it at a good distance away from the crime scene. Good distance in this rat hole. If you want distance, get yourself to Texas. Texas? This is a tiny little crime scene in a tiny little town with a tiny little evidence. What difference does a few yards make, compadre? Note to self, if you encounter suspicious evidence, think of Texas. There's no better way to study than to hang out with the pros. Huh. Okay, let's see here. Let's slide and move. Oh wait, examine, sorry. This looks like a cell phone. Scientific analysis would suggest this belonged to the victim. I can't think of anyone else who belonged to. Oh my god. Check it out. Right, let's check it out. This phone's still on Ridal's screen. Ridal. Mr. Wright, most phones keep a record of all the calls you made and received. You just press the blue button on display and the last number you called. Convenient, isn't it? I'm surprised you didn't know about it. Sorry to disappoint you, but I don't even know anything about these redials. Huh? Oh, I'm so sorry. It's just you never know with people from your generation. Note to self, a defense attorney doesn't think first, he just pushes the button. Very nice ringtone. Hey, that song! I know that! Hey, what's going on over here? Sorry. I see you, partner. You pressed Ridal on their phone, didn't you? Yeah. Whose phone is this anyway? It was on the ground over there. Who is it? It belongs to Chief Prospector Sky. What? It's my sister's? She apparently dropped it when she was taken into custody right after the crime. Look, the last call was made right at when the murder occurred. Looks like she was fixing to call someone. Except she only spoke for a few seconds according to this. Who did she call? No idea. Sorry, partner. Now I got a question for you, partner. I heard a phone ring just now. One of those newfangled ringtones. I'm sorry. That was my phone. What? Your phone? Yeah, it's kind of a strange, but someone called me right as we picked up on the other phone, a wrong number. She was going to call Mia. I hope you're not lying. They shoot you for that in Texas, partner. This appears to be the car where the body is found. Quite a luxury car. It doesn't scream I have money. It just screams I have money to burn. Yeah, prosecutors get the big bucks. This rope, is it? Yep, they laid it in the outline of the victim's body. So wait, the victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him. A block. This area is reserved for prosecutors. Defense attorneys are relegated to B block. I dream of the day when I will be able to park my car here. I'll go over to B block to buy my hamburgers from you, Mr. Wright. I'm not planning on giving up my job that soon. B block is through here. This is where the Avengers parks. I can see the lunch line over the car over there. Oh. Anything else? Oh, wait. Huh? How was I supposed to know this was here? What's this? Looks like a note of some sort. Look, something's written on it. Huh? You're right. Let's see. 6.7/7S. 12/2. There's a name printed on the paper above that. Goodman. Maybe it fell out of his pocket when he was killed. Well, so what does it mean, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Note to self, for deductive reasoning, go to Edgeworth, not Wright. Ugh. Victim's memo found in the car trunk. I can't look at it. Okay, I can't look at it like that. My sister's cell phone. The last time it was used was 5/18, right after Goodman was killed. Maybe she was canceling her date over the night? Lana Sky. I'm good, how are you? I'm doing great. I'm drinking some soda. And playing some Phoenix Wright. There's no connection between Detective Goodman and my sister. That's correct, but there's a gold mine of evidence against her. And the prospector tomorrow is none other than Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate is decided, Bambina. Many condolences. Officer Marshall! Yeah, Bambina? How can you say that? You and my sister, you were... Huh? What's going on? My apologies, Bambina. Something must have gotten to me. Maybe it's that dry wind that's blowing through the prospector's office. How's the lawyering going? It's going great. We are trying to investigate on day one. This is still day one. We haven't got to the trial yet. Suspicions about Mr. Edgeworth had been flying around for nearly 2 years now. Forged evidence and arranging testimonies, you mean? He was unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable, that is, until he met you. But rumors are just rumors, aren't they? These are prospectors we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them. If you followed the rumors about Edgeworth to their source, you would find one person, but they're off limits. Untouchable, you might say. One person? Who? Hate to say this, but it's your sister Bambina. Chief Prospector Lana Sky. What? My sister? Edgeworth couldn't rustle all those cattle by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets, some people load them with deals. What you're saying? Edgeworth was making deals to win trials? Where there's gunshots and there's bound to be bullets. That's what the old-timers say. There's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere. Everyone knows it. Is that why he was taken off the case? Is that why he targeted because he was closest to Edgeworth? So, how are we doing, Mr. Wright? I guess we've got some clues. We have an autopsy report, a note from the victim, and a cell phone. So, you think we'll be okay? Well, the only thing still bothering me is that Lana's confessing to the crime. She says she did it. No problem. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal. Oh, by the way, Emma? Yes? I know that song your phone plays when it rings. What? It's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? That popular TV show for kids. That phone rang earlier wasn't mine. It was yours. Aww. At 5:18, just after the murder took place, your sister called you, didn't she, Emma? I'm sorry. Can you tell me what happened? Can you tell me what you talked about? She hung up right away. I see. Last call made to her sister Emma at 5:18 on the day of the murder. Huh. Emma, I hope you didn't help your sister. To be continued. Alright, now, we're doing the trial. Let me just make sure everything's okay. February 23rd, 9:34 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Lana, how did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright? Oh. Frankly, there are still a lot of, gray areas. Or rather, a whole thing is one big gray area. Don't worry about me, no matter what the outcome. I'm ready to accept my fate. I believe in you, sis. Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice. Yes? A defense attorney should never believe their client. The defendant is called to the trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that. Miss Sky, you remind me a lot of Mia. But there is one decisive difference between you and her. And that is, you're not a defense attorney. I believe it's almost time for the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright. Dang. My first trial without a Fae helping me. Maya! No one's going to bail me out this time. Mia! Mia! I'll be alone in there, so I have to discover the truth all by myself. Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way. Alright, Emma, I guess. Okay. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. Oops, frick. The defendant is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Edgeworth. It's been 2 months, but I haven't been in a courtroom since this trial. I hope that personal feelings will not be part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. I will choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. The judgment to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot. Wow, he's much more forceful in person. Ooh, excuse me. I suddenly feel like confessing to everything. However, she will now pay for her rashness with her life. There was a witness to her crime. A professional witness. Well, then call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls its first witness, Miss Angel Star, to the stand. The cough-up queen. Okay. Haven't I seen you somewhere? Your order of the caviar lunch, right? Oh, caviar! I've never eaten caviar before. Oh, God. And for you, I have the Fiesta Bowl. Thanks. Will the witness state her name and profession? Ah, and you, sir? Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox? It is too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please. Well, Your Honor, how does it taste? So this is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty, it hurts! I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca. What the heck does pickled tapioca taste like? Name, profession, now. Me? The name is Angel Star. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth? Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us. The prosecution will wait. I'm not finished eating. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Pat. As you know, we usually call on the police to provide a description of the crime. Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth has said to the court, I am a professional. What exactly does that mean? Until 2 years ago, Miss Angel Star was a special investigator with the police. What? She was a first-rate homicide detective! What? Miss Star was a detective? Aha! I know who you are! Cough up! Cough up, Queen Angel Star, Your Honor. Long time no see. Very well, you may continue with the description, Miss Star. What the heck? Who is this lady? If I might have the court's attention over here. What? Oh, okay, here we go. The parking lot at the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. I thought there was going to be a A. A block is for the prosecutor's office personnel. B block is for visitors and clients. Alternate judge. A chain divider separates the two blocks. I suppose that's to keep visitors from taking off prosecutor spaces, yes? The crime took place by a car in the back of A block in the car's trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with this knife and went to drive the body out. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness and an arrest that made it on the spot. And who was the valiant witness? Why, it was me, Your Honor. Parking lot with Edward's car. Thank you! Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime? Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor. It seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright, I can't agree on your principle, Your Honor. It seems that poor losers are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor. Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining? If you can, then give me your worst, Miss Starr. Wait! Alright, girly. Here we go. Somehow I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend. Then I sensed something. Perhaps it was my finely honed detective's intuition at work. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to the gunner's car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. Bringing a lunchbox to your boyfriend? How touching. As you can see, there's no room for doubt. The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife which you saw being stabbed into Detective Goodman. So, how does it feel to be so utterly crushed? I'm still thinking about that. It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. Okay, dokie. Witness, look out. Somehow I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend, which was true, when I sensed something. Perhaps it was a finely honed detective intuition at work. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garnished car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Wait, I honestly don't... What's happening this time, such hand context. So basically, Ryan, is that, Lana, Sky, is the older sister, committed this crime in Edward's car, and we're trying to find out who the hell did it. Gumshoe basically was kicked out of his detective work, but he doesn't know that, and we met this girl named Angel Starr, who is giving out lunchboxes, but is also a homicide detective in disguise. We also met a cool cowboy boy. His name was Marshall. He kept talking about Texas. We also... Gumshoe, what? No, yeah, we also know that Emma... Sorry, not Emma. Lana was trying to call her little sister, which had the same samurai ringtone as us, and we lied to Marshall saying, like, hey, she was just trying to call, you know, blah blah blah, but in reality, she was trying to call your younger sister. And Phoenix thinks that Emma, what's your suspect though? That's the thing. I don't know if I can say that there's a suspect yet. Right now, I feel like everybody is telling us what they know. So, from what I remember, the cowboy is a detective. The Angel, this lunch lady, is a detective. But the thing is, Lana and the cowboy has some sort of relationship that I don't know about. So I'm like, okay, let's see how this is. This is the first day of trial, so we're not gonna get to who the killer is yet. So let's just see where it is. But I don't have a suspect yet. Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Goodman's chest. How do you know it was Goodman, though? Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to the garnished car. By garnished car, you mean? Mr. Edwards' car, yes. Mr. Edwards? Incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edwards, wasn't it? Indeed it was. What an odd case this is. And the person you saw, you are sure it was the defendant? I saw her no further than 30 feet away. I am certain it was her. If she's telling the truth, we're doomed. Let's just do what we can. Even if we don't have any proof, we can always nitpick. We're dealing with Edgeworth here. I need something more substantial than that. Can you tell us what the suspect was doing when you saw her? The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Tell me more about this knife that the suspect was carrying. Well, I'd say the blade was about 4 inches long. Isn't that right, Mr. Edgeworth? It is your knife, after all. Yes, that's about right. Prosecutors, by nature, were well versed in the locations of a man's vital organs. I'm sure it was easier than boiling an egg for my egg salad surprise set. You can't testify as her ability to kill an egg. I mean a person. Perhaps a chicken salad set would have been a better metaphor? So the defendant was holding a knife? What then? Then she thrust the pointing tip of the knife into the... Through the wire fence. They're... Oh, fuck. But there were no prints! How could you tell it was her? Fuck. Okay. I always knew a day like this would come. What do you mean like that? What do you mean? How do you know? I respect the prosecutor's basic appearance of crime, yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy. A lunch lady's uniform opinion is duly noted, given that they are used to erasing inconvenience evidence with their whim. Killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. Miss Starr, do you have something personal against prosecutors? I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator, and if I had been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one. Laid off? She was fired? To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I'm a pro, as you know. My testimony is unbiased and flawless. Very well, you may continue. Oh my god. Yeah, this boyfriend, he's the detective. Not that boyfriend, the security guard. That boyfriend? You have several? Yes, this boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend. Care to join? The yet another boyfriend position is still open for applicants. I'll stick to the lunches, thanks. Note to self, the judge has to think before replying. The security guard room is in the lot in A block. The security guard room is in the lot in A block. Oh, it's up on the second level, as you can see everything from there. That would be the room with the security sign. Incidentally, did you bring your lunchboxes by car? Since I'm a visitor now, I parked in B block. So, she was in B block when she witnessed a crime? When I said something, perhaps it was my finely honed intuition at work. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garnished car. Let's see here. You sensed something? So you're saying you had a promotion of a murder. I can't speak. She can go to hell. I don't want her lunch. What the heck? Polly, huh? It felt like, how would you say, oh yes. It was like the feeling you'd get when you view a pumpkin chock full of seeds. I have no idea what that means. Speaking of a detective's intuition, wasn't the victim Mr. Bruce Goodman also a detective? Yes, well he was like a young cheese. A young cheese? A pale white cheese not yet tangy with the experience on the streets, a greenhorn. Then I must be hard yellowed as sharp as a tack. Yeah, with the odor of an old cheese to match. In any case, there in the lot, I felt something stirring in the back of my mind. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief market door together. The chief was controlling a knife. Then she threatened Tell the court why you didn't try to stop this crime. You did see her raise a knife to strike, no? The defense has a point. Unfortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already too late. Too late? Yes. The next moment, the chief prosecutor brought down the murder weapon. I see. It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it. You said that before, yes? Anything else? Scientifically speaking, Miss Starr's testimony is flawless. Sounds pretty fatal to me. What do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty? Let's just keep our heads cool and press the witness a bit, shall we? Don't smile like that. Let's see. I was on the boyfriend when I said something through the wire fence. I saw the chief prosecutor standing there. She got Is it this? Nope. Okay. It wasn't this. Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into... Time of death. February 21 between 4 p.m. and 5 p.m. Frick. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. And then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Gover's chest. Usually, there's traces. Edward's toolbox. Huh. Is it this? No, it's not. Bleh. Okay. I have to think now. I'm sorry. Witness, in your testimony, you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Ergo, you are a biased witness. You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie. Oh, huh? Rookie? Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me? I'll fry you like a fritter. Crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside. Oh my god, what happened to her? That was inspiring. I believe I heard that tagline elsewhere. You could cry plagiarism? I may be relegated to the lowly post of lounge lady, but my instincts were honed. A photograph? You took this? A moment I witnessed the crime, my reflex took over and snap, I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunchboxes is rigged with the camera. Huh? What? Witness, why am I only seeing this photograph just now? Why am I seeing this just now? You think I'd show it to you, a prosecutor? Think again. My boyfriend works in the photography division of the criminal affairs. This is most certainly the defendant. Moment of the crime as photographed by Angel Star. Oh, that's unmistakably Lana Sky. But, right? Okay. Obviously, there's gloves. Okay. Wait a minute. So, what was the defendant doing at the time? Hold on. His boyfriend. He's a detective. This security guard room is in the lot in A block. It's up on the second level, as you can see everything from there. Yes, that would be the security sign. Yep. Incidentally, did you bring your lunchboxes by car? Since I'm a visitor now, I parked in B block. So, she was in B block when she witnessed the crime. Standing in the garage car, knife, then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Dr. Goodman's chest. Wait a minute. Somehow I wouldn't knew the day of this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox with my boyfriend. Then when I sensed something, perhaps it was a finely honed detective intuition at work, through the wired fence I saw the chief prosecutor standing behind the car, holding a knife in her right hand. Then she thrusted the pointed tip of the knife into Goodman's chest. Oops, not that. Where's the knife? And you witnessed this? You saw Miss Sky stab the victim with the knife. As I've already said, yes. I swear on my finest salmon swirl lunch. Mmm. Good music is coming. I'm sure that is a fine lunch. But, isn't that odd? Look at this photograph! This is the photograph you took at the very moment of the crime, is it not? Then why is Miss Sky not holding a knife? Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Objection. That had to be the weakest objection ever, Edgeworth. Yet it was still stronger than your ever feeble mind, Mr. Wright. Damn! Okay! What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. This was taken the moment after the stabbing. Objection! And how can you tell that? Blood splatter. Huh? See the dark crimson stains on the chief prosecutor's coat? But it's black and white photograph! Yes, it's hard to tell, but this could be blood. Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. No problem, except you! Mr. Wright, are you going to just sit here and take that kind of abuse? You got a better idea? Objection! Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony, namely that she took the picture the moment you witnessed the crime! Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies. That's it? If you run out of lunch, your order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go. Good advice. I'm not sure I understood it, but good advice. I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Sky was cold, calculating like a robot. She killed without pain or remorse. It was a predicament or murder. Predicament? Premeditated, sorry. How did you know? Look at the chief prosecutor's hand in that photograph. Well, those are gloves? Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves. These gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation. Premeditation murder, a serious offense. Witness, add this to your testimony. The murder was planned. The rubber gloves prove it. But, like... if it was planned, why was the murder weapon still here, though? If it was planned, she would have gotten rid of the murder weapon, right? Right? Am I just... like... First and foremost, if it was planned, why would it be in Edgeworth's car? Right? And... Let's take a look at this. If it was planned, why would it be in Edgeworth's car? Why would you use Edgeworth's car? And if the murder weapon was there, why would she use Edgeworth's knife? Would you use a different knife? Am I just being crazy? Witness, do you know what this is? Are you trying to test me? I sell lunchboxes for a living, you know. That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Mr. Edward's trunk. Indeed, it was my knife. Oh my god. What's with this case? The bloody murder weapon, a red car, all belonging to the prosecutor. The defendant is the chief prosecutor for the district, right? Mommy, are the prosecutors bad people? The defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony. What's that, rookie? In your testimony, you stated that Lana Skye planned this murder, and that's why she was wearing those special gloves. Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning. However, as I push up my glasses, why would she not also prepare the most important thing, the murder weapon? The knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan a murder, don't forget the weapon! Oh my god! Great, now the tide is turning over our favor. Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister's as good as free. Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie. What? I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned. Not over such a trifling detail. But this shot's a hole in the whole predicament theory. The prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seemed to care is that lunch lady over there. The defendant, Lana Skye, murdered a detective with a knife. That is the only thing the prosecution needs proof, nothing else. Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now. But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. If it wasn't, why would she have been wearing? I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again. Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought. How dare you? My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated. Oh, God. Okay, here we go. Lana Skye intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could have driven that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again. Oh my god. The victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. It does sound a lot like premeditation, doesn't it? So, if I ordered a pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill a delivery boy? In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness. Okay. Lana Skye intended to murder... Okay, Lana Skye intended to... That's why she called it all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again. A human machine? That's a contradiction! Ugh. Please. Can't you find this fault with something of substance, Mr. Wright? Note to self, Mr. Edward's size smells like citrus fruit. You say again and again. How many times did she stab him exactly? We often say chop into 1,000 pieces, but we don't actually mean 1,000 pieces. What difference does it make if the deed is done? Huh? Let's just say she stabbed him several times and leave it at that. Mr. Wright, you should speak up if you want to have you should speak up if you have an objective, you know. Miss Starr has turned out to be as short-tempered as she looked when we met her. Challenging her abilities as a detective really set her off. The short wick burns out the fastest. It's a scientific fact. I wonder, wouldn't it depend on the size of the candle? I mean, add more wax and eventually a short wick will burn longer. Obviously, more scientific testing is required. Intended, that's why, blah blah. I'm sure this prosecutor, nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife again. Like, hold on. The time of the assessment was a single stab wound was found. She didn't plunge him to death. Oops, sorry. You say she stabbed him again and again, but you couldn't have witnessed that. Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. With my moss surprise! I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Starr. What do you mean? I shouldn't have to explain to this, but we take a look. The autopsy report states that the death was due to a blood loss from one stab wound. Oh, you're right! Good show, Mr. Edgeworth. What a hunk! He's my hero, really! What about my objection? No one noticed. Well, witness. Oh my god! You got the crime scene set right? Oh, thanks. I always believed that no one else could ever mistake ketchup for blood. But now I realize that such mistakes are possible. So, you're saying you mistook something for blood? When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast. Splattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice. Then tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify! Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole scene was? But... she wasn't wearing a muffler. Miss Starr, I demand an explanation. Huh! The witness is clearly not suited for detective work. What? The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. And you proved it with yourself, with this photograph! Huh? But that can't be! Only a professional lunch lady could have been utterly useless. Or clueless, sorry. Congratulations, perhaps you finally found your true calling in life. Harsh words, but good. In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevailed! What about my ejection, chopped liver? But, it was there, a scarf. No, not that, but something red. Really? Well, now, where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business. What? Huh. Very well, witness. Continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that. Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least. Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony. The most important part? The part where your sister stabs the victim. This next testimony might be just a moment of truth. Why are we here just to suffer? I don't know, Ryan! Apprehending the suspect. Okay. Oh my god! This music! After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. I quickly caught to her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. About that, you said that you were in the B spot. How could you catch her when there's a fence on the A spot? Huh? Oh yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. The chief prosecutor made to escape, but Angel Star, resistance is futile. You are quite determined about the scarf, aren't you? I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. That's me, Angel Star. That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is a kind of snake. Don't bother me with details unless you want to get bitten. No thanks. Note to self, Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. An oil drum? Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Roar! Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you will. Okay! Okay. Apprehending the suspect. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a patch on the side. I quickly caught her, explained her words, but, like... You say quickly, were you close to the suspect? As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time. Maybe I should press her... Yes? I'd like to see this on the floor plans, just to be safe. The Lunchland car was... She was a visitor, thus she was parked in B block. So you witnessed the murder here. That would make it about 30 feet from the car, yes. Is that correct, Miss Starr? Yes, that's right. but there was a chain link fence in front of you. I went over it, of course. Huh? Amazing! The Kaffa Queen literally athlete indeed. It would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence, so she couldn't have gotten to my sister that fast. Yeah, the fence was about 9 feet high too. Yeah, so how did Miss Sky not get away? Huh. Yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. What muffler? She mentioned the muffler. What exactly did she say? If I remember exactly, I would have told you in the night testimony. Cheeky. Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler. Just that one word. So, what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but someone else. Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone. Her phone? She can't mean... That's further. By phone, do you mean the cell phone discovered at the crime scene? Yes, ultimately. Ultimately? My memory is like a salmon heading upstream, you see. No, the court doesn't see, Miss Starr. The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall. On the wall? That's right. Near the car, there was an emergency phone on the wall. Apparently, it was out of order, and so she used her cell phone. Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day. Good witnessing, witness. Good witnessing? You should, of course, add this to your testimony. The thing I do to please this rookie defense attorney. The word muffler was overheard during a call made to Emma at 518. Okay. I saw it. I saw it all. How she tried the phone on the wall, but she had to use her cell instead. Press. Do you think you could restate your testimony for the court? Aha! I was going to ask the same thing. I'll only say this one time, so listen close, rookies. Okay. Alright, dang. The chief prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind the partition. Then she picked up the emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order. So she pulled her own cell phone out of her pocket. And during that time, you climbed over the chain link fence. Then when I boldly grabbed her arm, the chief prosecutor hung up her phone. And you saw her doing this? What is it, Mr. Wright? You saw her on her phone. But there was a wall here, was there not? Hold on. Can I press on that again? The chief prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind the partition. When she picked up the emergency phone on the wall, it was out of order. She pulled her own phone into her pocket. During the time you climbed on the fence. Yeah, how did you know that you saw her doing this? How did you see that? Well, there's a wall there! Miss Starr, I have to conclude that you gave a personal grudge against Miss Lana Sky. The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by her personal bias. Well, who would have thought you would be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? You who, together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago! Well, Miss Starr, this is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this? I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me, and I'll make you cough it all up! Let's look at the floor plans. You said you witnessed the crime from this point. However, if that's true, you couldn't possibly have seen Miss Sky making that phone call. I believe you see what I'm getting at. That emergency phone was on the back side of the partition. If indeed you were in B block, you could have seen it! What? Order! What is the meaning of this? It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up blood, she's coughing up lies! That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me to question. Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told the court. Here's where the counterattack begins. I can't afford to get this wrong. I can't afford to get this wrong either, right? The witness lied about. It was where she saw it, right? This guy tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What is significant about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it would be pointless for Miss Starr to lie about it. Pointless to lie? I see. But say the witness did actually see this guy using the emergency phone, it would mean Miss Starr witnessed the crime from a different location. A different location? Now that's a pointless lie if I ever heard one. Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it. Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was the witness when she saw the crime? All the testimony we've heard from this point all the testimonies we've heard up until now points in the one direction. The place where Miss Starr witnessed the crime was here. This is the only place where she could have been. The security guard room? Indeed, the security guard room is underground parking lot is well positioned. It's built on the second floor, so you can see the entire lot. She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? There are many other places where she could have seen the phone. Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness, not being part of the prosecutor's office, couldn't park in A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime and the back of the partition is here. I remember in your testimony you said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room, yes? Well, Miss Starr, how many years have I been getting the better of men? To think that the tables could be turned. Today a man has got the better of Angel Starr. Oh shit. Turn the game down. I'm sorry, Fire. Let's go to the lower sound. I'm sorry. I got too into the music. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. I'm sorry. Order. What have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better. I'm not turning back. The guilty will never be punished. And I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails. Yeah, I was into that music as well. The guilty. Mr. Wright, doesn't this strike you as odd? What do you mean? Why did Miss Starr lie? It doesn't make sense. She could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. It wouldn't change anything. Exactly. This photograph tells all. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim. The truth still stands. It still stands? I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. What? If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason. So tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright. Huh? Me? Who else? Mr. Wright, let's review what we know. Okay, Miss Starr witnessed the crime from the security guard station. But she lied and said she saw it from the B block. It must make a vital difference, but what? What could have changed? The distance, right? It changed the distance between her and the scene of the crime. Huh? My condolences, Mr. Wright, but one look at the floor plans is quite clear. The distance between the scene of the crime and the and the guard station is 30 feet. I don't see that would make change what I don't see how that would change what she could see. What she saw is not the question here. What matters is the time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime. 30 feet. Miss Starr, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now how long did it take you to go there? To the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Sky. Well, witness? You. Yes? You ordered the squid wheels, right? Ugh. I was bringing the PB&J lunch to the first boysenberry jam to my boyfriend. Boysenberry for the boyfriend. He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the glass-walled station. And before I knew what was doing, I found myself running towards the scene. But the door was locked. I couldn't open it. Ooh, excuse me. That's why I had to go through the visitors' parking in B block. That's quite a detour. Excuse me. It probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime. 5 minutes? This changed things considerably. But it was that woman over there in the defendant's chair who stabbed him! I know it! I have photographic evidence! I swear it! I swear it on my finest plastic spork! You have a point. The spork is a wonderful invention. Oh my god. Ugh. Would you like another caviar lunch? Absolutely! Uh-oh. Mr. Wright! You have to do something! Do I have any evidence to stop this? Let's see. Uh... 5 minutes between the witnessing of the murder and arrest. Think about it. You could make pasta. You could make pasta in that amount of time. If you like it al dente. I've got lunchboxes that tie pasta into knots, rookie. A 5-minute blank? Isn't that strange? Strange? If you were a criminal, what would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor? I guess I'd flee the scene. Hey! Don't get the wrong idea. I didn't kill anyone. Huh? But you have the instincts of a killer. You would run, but this time was different. Miss Sky dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable. Well then, it seems we've come to the end of the testimony. Yeah. The witness had a grudge against the defendant and blanked in her testimony. Yeah, she did. Mr. Edgeworth, is the next witness ready to go? Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of her professional history. We did it! We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright! Oh my god, that was too close. Can't wait for the trial of the judge. I'm afraid that the cough of Queen has been dethroned. And with that, court is adjourned? Huh? What? 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 Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the squid wheels, right? Oh my god. I prefer to not take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say? I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence. Oh, alright. What? Okay, here we go. My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask of you, Miss Starr. Is this your jumbo lunchbox? Woohoo! A triple-decker! Out of deference to the witness's determination, I'll allow one more testimony. Oh my god, judge, please! Let's hear about this decisive evidence. Like the Lunchland motto says, you won't be disappointed. Oh my god. Okay. Alright. What is this? What is this? I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now... Huh? To the matter of the victim's shoe, did I not bring this up? 2 types of blood were found on the shoe. One was of course the victim's, and the other blood type matched the defendant Lana Sky. This shoe proves it. It's flawless decisive evidence. What? Huh? There was blood found on that shoe? Try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs. What? Huh? Whoa! Witness, what's the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence? Simple, as I've already said. I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself. And you have blood tests performed? Didn't I mention? I have 3 boyfriends for forensics. In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence. What? You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. In other words, this shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being. Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. Edgeworth sure is celebrating. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, this shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh my god! Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen. You can at least study some evidence law. Really? The prosecution complaints notwithstanding, it appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. However, it seems you have yet another count against you, witness. Anything to ensure that the guilty are properly judged. White enamel shoe. Bear traces of blood from Goodman and Lana Sky. Okay. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. Oh, okay. I should have mentioned that those 5 minutes, blah, 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 blah. And now to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? 2 types of blood were on the shoe. One victim's, okay, and the other blood type matched to the defendant, Lana Sky. This shoe proves it. It's flawless detective evidence. Is it, though? I can't let this evidence go through without a fight! What is that? You ordered the peppered fish guts? Huh? Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some like your client. She needs enough hot water to make the whole vat of soup. Mr. Wright! Do you or don't you have a problem with this shoe? A problem? There's a problem! I'm not imagining things. If I'm not imagining things, I'd say there is one critical problem with this evidence. A clear contradiction. That gleam in your eyes. You're still young, rookie. I'd give you a peppered fish gut now. But you couldn't take the heat, could you? Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say. What is the contradictory about the victim's shoe? Okay. Show us the problem with the evidence. Oh, okay. Let's see here. Wait, why is there blood here? I wonder if you noticed. There's blood on the bottom of the shoe. Don't mess with me, rookie. Or it'll be blood on your bottoms of my shoe. Indeed. There is quite a bit of blood on the bottoms of the shoe. It makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly be contradicting of the blood of the... Oh wait. What could possibly be contradictory about blood on the bottom of his shoe? Oh, wait, no, I didn't mean to... The problem lies in the footprint? The footprint? Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? Why weren't any bloody footprints found in the scene of the crime? Oh, it was right! Oh, okay! I didn't mean to press it! I wanted to examine it! As you can see... Oh my god, I thought I died there. Oh my god. There were no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. This contradicts your claim about the shoe. This picture only shows part of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints. Then where are they, Mr. Edgeworth? Because we checked the scene and found nothing of the sort. Oh my god. Abby just saved herself. Oh my god! Witness? What? Huh? Great going, Mr. Wright, but I need to breathe. It's true that the lack of footprints is a contradiction, but then we have to ask, why wasn't there a footprint? Oh, that's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint. Think, Mr. Wright, think! Hey, I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions. What? Hold it? I see. Now I get it. Get what? Our witness is more devious than I give credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end. Huh? But she slipped. There is one vital hint to the truth in her testimony. What? Huh? Think back when she told us about apprehending the suspect. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. Oh, she's beautiful but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard roar. Okay. I thought that was strange. The thing to normally cool-headed chef would do. Chief, sorry. Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty? Oh, that. I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Though, apparently, you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory. Witness, well, was the oil drum empty? The oil drum kicked over by the chief's prosecutor was brimming with water. Water? That means... Still don't get it, Mr. Wright? Do you want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason? You don't mean... Yes, the suspect knocked over the oil drum for one reason, and one reason alone. To erase bloodstains that would become evidence against her. That ties things up quite nicely. The bloodstains left on the victim's shoe ties her quite clearly to this murder. Then after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase the telltale signs. Why, that's a prosecutor's specialty, erasing evidence. That reminds me, Miss Guy's right hand was hurt. Yeah, it was hurt. Huh. So, that's when my sister's blood got on her shoe? Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial. Mr. Wright! Do something, please! What? What can I do? Your sister has confessed to the crime and she tried to conceal it. But... enough. There is no need for further debate. The verdict, Your Honor. Very well. But Angel Star is on the prosecution side. She could have been lying about the water. This court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. Little girl, what did you just say? Huh? Me? Did you say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecution side? Well, yeah, you are! You're saying my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints! Well, I thought you'd had your fill, but here you are, demanding a second helping. Another lunchbox. A lunchbox called evidence. Wait, witness, don't tell me you have something else. A time for deliberation is past. Any further comments, and you will be held in contempt of court. Your threats don't scare the cough-up queen. Look at this! A photograph? I had it just in case anyone had the gall to suggest that the witness shoe doesn't belong to the victim. I see no room for error in this evidence. Mr. Wright, wait! Look at the Afsal in this photo. Hey, it's clearly wet. Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the scene was washed with water. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all. It's not your fault. Hello, Super Mew. Hello, welcome to Ace Attorney Hell. And it seems this is what your sister wanted anyway. Hi, I'm Super Mew. Hello! I'm sorry, Mia. No, Phoenix! Don't say this! Right. Wet or not. Don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Ugh. Get yourself off the F-salt. Take another good look. Don't give up. Not until the bitter end. Ah, my eyes. This is the last piece of evidence. What? Huh? Very well. This time I'd like to declare the verdict for good. Wait! Hold it! Your Honor, wait! What is it with you people? Can't I hand down my verdicts in peace anymore? Whatever it is, can it wait? No! It can't! Then it will be too late! Look at this photograph! The last one submitted. This trial isn't over until we give each of the evidence proper consideration. So, right. Are you saying there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence? Yeah, I think Phoenix used one of the singular brain you have begged you know. What? Huh? Right, there's a problem. Huh. I suppose since we've come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show the court the problem of this photograph. Wait, what the heck? What's this? The problem is in this photograph. It's here. What's this? There's something poking out of the car's muffler. Just wait a moment, Mr. Edgeworth. Your Honor? You just said muffler. However, I see no trace of a muffler or scarf of any kind in this photograph. A muffler is also part of on a car or a motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as part of an exhaust system, a pipe. I see. And I see. What's that suspicious looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler? So what if there's something sticking out of the muffler? What does that have to do with this case? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Sorry, Miss Starr, but it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why it's important in this case. You said as much as you're in your testimony. What? Let's hear what Mr. Wright has on his mind. Tell us why you think this piece of cloth in the muffler is related to this case. Oh god, the word muffler was... Oh! This right here! This! Miss Starr, recall your testimony for the court. Yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. Muffler. Ugh! Ugh! Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe? If so, that means a piece of cloth is vital evidence. Oh! Well, it seems we will have to suspend the proceedings. Suspend among us. I find myself wondering about the piece of cloth. I do too! If we leave any questions unanswered, here we do a disserve to the law. Have the car at the crime scene inspected at once and bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until after we have seen all the evidence. Agreed? I suppose so. That was close. Phoenix, you think that was close? We almost died! We made it. At least for now. This court will adjourn for a 30-minute recess. Oh my god. It's lunchtime after all. You still hungry? To be continued. Save, please. Okay. I'm basically playing like a Chad on one bar. Ryan, I was stressed out. I was listening and reading very carefully, pressing everything. I was sweating. February 23rd, 11:56 a.m. Mr. Wright? Huh? What? Are trials always like this with you? No! Like you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake about to reach the surface. But no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there. Pretty much. Except today we're swimming in quicksand. So what happened to your sister anyway? Apparently she got called off the judge's chambers. Probably something to do with the piece of cloth. So, this is where we turn our trial around, right? Our only weapon, a tiny insignificant piece of cloth. I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell you the truth. Same here. Hola, partner. Holla, partner. Hello, cowboy. They say you show a red cloth to a bull, it'll fire its temper. That's what they told me when I was young, at least. Officer Marshall! I come to take a look, see how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. They've got a home range locked down tighter than the foreign and enemy territory. It's hard to slip out, huh? What's going on over there, anyway? All the police I've seen the last 2 days have been really on edge. Don't you go enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? You could be worrying about the chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example. Officer Marshall? The whole muffler thing doesn't really have anything to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf. You don't say. Now don't that just be all. I've seen the red breeze blow at her slender neck many a times. I saw it that day too. She was wearing a red muffler. What? At the award ceremony that afternoon, Edward sees it too, I reckon. What does that mean? In the photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf. Oh! So, Miss Starr wasn't mistaken? Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns. And sometimes you just gotta let that bull go where it will. Time will tell. Ugh, I have a bad feeling about this. So, what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright? If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. Ooh-wee! Okay. February 23rd, 12:32 p.m. District Court, Courtroom No. 9. Oh my god, it's still going! Okay, alright. I'd like to resume? I don't! What's up? What's the judge keeps looking over at the prosecution? Oh! Oh. Is something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Your face is blue. Your lips are purple. You're sweating bullets. The furrowed brow, those graining teeth, those watery eyes. What's more, your eyes are unfocused. You're a double over. Your back is bent. Did you eat something? It can't be. This can't happen. Sir? I wonder what happened to Mr. Edgeworth. Huh? Well then, I believe it is time to continue on with this trial. During our recess, I had requested that the prosecution to conduct an investigation. This is unacceptable! Huh? What? You good? It seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself. Hold on, let me just... okay. Excuse me. Knock knock. Huh? Who is this? Who's there? Who are you? Jesus Christ, you look hideous! What is with this guy? Now, Ryan, I'm gonna be real with you. I feel like this guy is the killer. Just look at him. He screams killer. A strange, stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom. It's him, Orange Man. Get him! Hey, the temperature rose 5.7 degrees when the man came in. Who on earth is he? Dude, your eyes! I mean, Cham. Oh, it's you. Who are you? Why aren't you saying anything? Hello? All the killers we have seen so far. Oh, sorry, I'm late. And, the worlds were packed. It's just me. All the killers we have seen so far are clowns. Long time no see, huh? Gee, how you been? Swim much these days? Hello. No, I've been busy. Busy smoozy. Gee, my boy, you have to make time to relax. Yes, indeed. Who the hell are you? Uggy seems to be his nickname for the judge. I'm afraid you're right. I'm very afraid. Sorry, but who are you? Oh, so you're Righto, the attorney. I've heard good things about you, son. Thanks? Sorry about our little Worthy giving you all the trouble, huh? Okay, you're being too nice to me. You are very sus. You know, we should all go swimming together sometime. Jolly. No, I'm good. Are you trying to be some British person? Little Worthy? Mr. Wright, you don't know the district chief of police? Oh. Oh! Oh! Chief of police? He's the top-ranking police officer in the entire district. Ah! Gotcha. Name's Gant. Gant Damongant. Pleased to meet you, everyone. Why is there always a pause? So, what do we owe this honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it? Well, it's Worthy here. Look at the poor fellow. I just thought I'd help out by bringing this. Hey, that's my sister's muffler. So Miss Star wasn't just seeing things. Oh, my eyes. When the crime occurred, Miss Sky really was wearing that muffler. Okay. Oh God, what is wrong with you? But to think it was stuffed into the exhaust pipe on little Worthy's cardinal list. Yeah? Why is there always a pause? Oh my God, stop doing with the pause. You're giving me like anxiety. It's really quite embarrassing even for us. What's this? It's what you call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this. Huh? Chief, what kind of outfit are you running? Mr. Edgeworth? Huh? How could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? And your investigators are this lax. How do you expect us to do our job? Now, wait a minute, Worthy. Oh. I have no desire to hear your excuses. I'm telling you to wait. Or didn't you hear me? Oh my God, he is scary! Have a little look at this document where it says person in charge of investigation. There's no mistaking that signature is there. Miles Edgeworth. That's not fair. On the day of the crime, I had your head in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel. But you're the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology. What? Are you serious? Don't be so upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made. Oh my God! He is the murderer! He's the murderer! This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words. Murderer! Anxiety? Man gives me creeps. No, he's a murderer! He's a murderer! This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth. Ugh. The court accepts this new evidence, but I'd like to ask the defense a favor first. Yes? Just to be sure. I'd like to take a look at this blade for this knife. The blade, Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not. Could you open it up for me, I wonder? Yeah. Well, I think all you have to do is push that switchblade in. If I cut my fingers, Miss Wright, I wouldn't be able to pound my gavel anymore. Okay. Come on, just hurry up and open it! Oh, okay. It'll do it for me. Alright, cool. Ugh! Don't scare me like that! I'm the one who's scared. Look at this knife blade! The tip's broken off! And this dark red stain. Blood? Found at the crime scene, wrapped in the defendant's muffler. Small tag attached. This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself. I'm terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us about the split between the prosecutors and the police, and this knife? Sure thing, no problem, not even a little one, really. Why are you so happy-go-lucky? Okay. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Huh? You can't say how? Explain, huh? Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between the knife and Goodman. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department. See? What a mess. The time of the crime? 5:15. Scary coincidence, huh? It's now officially linked to this case here, so I can't talk much about it. Huh? There's a murder at the police department? A detective? That's a hush-hush information, Uggy. We haven't exactly announced it yet. Huh? Wait a second. You said 5:15. That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. The murder light is blinking red. Anyway, we at the department were all flustered, as well as you might assume. We were in the middle of a top-secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay? I think we understand the police department situation. Well, Mr. Wright, 2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places? The chances of that are very slim, scientifically speaking, of course. I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness. Very well. However, keep your questions focused on the case at hand. Oh my god. Okay. This knife is special, but I can't say how, where. Excuse me, special? Hard to come by this particular knife anywhere else. Might that special thing be this little tag? Oh, sorry, Raito, but I can't say that now, not that. We've established that the knife in Goodman's chest was this knife. Now, why was there another knife at the scene of the crime? That's quite a mystery. I like a mystery. It's wrapped in something. A muffler! Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between the knife and Goodman. This knife was found at the scene of our crime. I think that makes it connected to the case, don't you? See, there's a lot of things that go in the department I can't explain. It's delicate, okay? Sorry, Raito. Maybe there's something about the knife that gives us a clue. Let's examine that knife while we can, Raito. Evidence that links the knife to the detective. I think perhaps the pieces are falling into place. I should try presenting the piece of evidence that had me stumped all this time. So how were things down at the department? It was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. Why? Something happened at the police department too, huh? You got a good look in your eyes there, Raito, my boy. Sharp, hungry. So, something did happen. And why wasn't I informed? Why weren't you informed? Well, why didn't you ask? Huh? No matter, I understand. You were busy with that Lana's case and all. Well, what happened? What happened in the department that day? A detective was killed at the department. See, what a mess. Let's just... On the same day that the detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department? That's a fact, surprisingly, isn't it, Oogie? I'm at a loss for words. And the perpetrator? Did you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested them, in fact. Huh? But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, Raito? I suppose I could help, if you help me by giving me data of your case. Oh, good one! The kid's sharp! Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only. Where the victim was found. So tell me, where was the victim found? Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department. Evidence room? I wouldn't know. You wouldn't know about the evidence room, would you, Raito? I can't say I've heard of it. I guess I should ask again a bit more of this evidence room. There's something stranger about this than the place where the body was found. Huh? Time of the crime, 5:15. 5:15, but that's when Detective Goodman was killed by the in the prosecutor's office. Funny, isn't it? A murder at the prosecutor's office and the murder at our place was the very same time. What are the chances? Dude! Coincidence? No! This is just my gut feeling, but I'd say there's 0.001% chance of that happening. Chief Gant, please tell us more about the incident. It's not officially linked to this case, so I can't talk much about it. I think you can. How can you say there's no connection? How? Because I'm the chief of police. That doesn't mean anything! I can't just say anything I please, Righto. You understand. Try to understand, Righto. Well, if you can prove there's a connection, more power to you. Maybe there's something that ties the two murders together. Whatever it is, I'd better find and get the bottom of it. 2 detectives were killed at 5:15. One at the prosecutor's office. One at the police department office. That can't be a coincidence. And that knife! What was it doing it there? I better check this knife out. Oh, I can check it. Nice, nice, nice. There's a small tag on the knife. It says SL9-92. What's that supposed to mean? I'm not sure, but it reminds me of a similar code. DL6. Maybe it's a case number. That's weird. What? I don't remember where, but I think I've seen something like this before. Something similar to what's written on this tag. It wasn't that long either. Maybe I should check the court record again. Okay, let's see here. Wait. Unless there's evidence to prove the connection between the knife and Goodman. DL75. DSL92. SL-9. Yes! Wait a second! Ah, at last! An honest goodness objection. What the hell? Gant, you motherfucker! Oh my god. Hold on, let me just... This knife. This has to have something to do with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? And honest to goodness, what do you mean from Edgy? This is great. Dude, this man screams criminal. Look at this tag on this knife. It reads SL-92. And this is important. Why? Over here, we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim. What's this? 6 minus 7S 12-2? Nope. Your Honor, it's upside down. The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's up right side up. But it turns out, what did you get? But turn it around, what do you get? Oh, God. Whoever wrote this note was holding the paper upside down. SL9. That's the same thing that was written on the knife's tag. Order! What? Well, Chief? Well, I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, Righto. Huh? I win? What game is this guy playing? Wait, what? This knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the evidence room. Huh? So this knife was stolen? Yes, but on the day of the murder. It was evidence, as you say. Was it in fact a murder weapon? Nice, nice, nice. Good show, Little Worthy. It was a murder weapon as it happens. It was evidence from a case long since solved. So this knife was stolen on the day of the murder, and it was found in the exhaust pipe of Edward's car. Hard to think there isn't a connection there. I'm gonna press again. You know, that's not the only thing that was exactly the same. What? There were 2 similarities between the 2 cases and the cause of death. Hold on. So when did the murder of the police department occur? Now that's a sharp question, right? Oh, very sharp. Oh my boy, you're gonna love this! Oh. Where the victim was found. Wait a second, I have heard of that. Evidence room? Didn't he mention that in his testimony just now? The knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. There's the connection between 2. Oh! You seem happy, Mr. Wright. Happy? We just got handed our ticket to go down on this case. The link between the 2 cases established, we can finally have some leverage. Now we can get Gant to testify about details. Wait a minute. Stop. Little. Chief, the defense position is simply this. The connection between these 2 cases have already been proven. Heh, you don't say. Well, out with it, Wright. What's your connection? Yes, out with it, Mr. Wright. The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife found in the lot was stolen. From the police department's evidence room. Not to mention the victim had on him the case number on the knife's evidence tag. And we also know that the detective murdered at the police department was killed in the very same evidence room. Indeed, there do seem to be many 2 connections for it to be a coincidence. God, stop staring at me! Are you gonna stop? Oh my god. You 2 make a good pair. I know, right? They look so cute together. It took my men 2 days to find out what you deduced right there. Chief! I request that you release your information on the victim at the police department. See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet and all. Can we get the information unofficially? Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all. Oh my god. Who would have guessed? Bruh. I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim of the department, okay? Huh? What do you mean? If you're going to tell us a little, why not tell us everything? Well, in case information is sticky stuff, you have to do everything properly. Ooh, excuse me. Oh, well, I guess I might as well try and get what came out of him. The victim's ID number. Okay, how about you tell me the victim's ID number? Sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that. Of course not. Ha ha ha. You won't tell me their name after all. Ha ha ha. It's not like, Jesus Christ, champ, don't go fangirling. We keep a tight lid on ID numbers, so don't go getting your hopes up. The number is 5842189. Well, that's quite long. And we have to remember these. It drives me nuts. 82. I can't do it. You didn't even get the first number right. Huh. Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything? The ID number of the victim of the police department. This tells me something. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think. You meaning? It has to be what I think it is. But what does this mean? Huh. Well, let's hear what the defense has to say. You say the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department tells you something. What does it tell you? 5842189. Witness! What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night. No, it's just, I got confused. And this is news? Huh? Just come out with both guns blazing, like you always do. The police department, the prosecutor's office. 2 places, 2 detectives murder at one time. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here. Ho ho! Is it yours? No, Your Honor. I'm a defense attorney. Remember? This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. Shame on you, Righto. Personal IDs are top secret. Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842189. And this means what exactly? Huh? Wait, the ID number we heard from the chief earlier, that started with 82. I've forgotten. The number of the chief police gave us was 5842189. Wait a second, right? What does this mean? That's what I want to know. The 2 ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that? Oh, sharp as a tack, Righto. Sharp as a tack. But wait, Detective Goodman is our victim. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot. Yet, Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department, in the evidence room at the exact same time. That's impossible. So what you're saying is, the same person was killed at the same time? And in completely different locations? Chief, what does this mean? No. What I want to know is, why didn't I hear about this? Yeah, it's top secret, fine. But I'm the prosecutor in charge of this case. Now, just wait a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered. Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said wait. Oh, or didn't you hear me? Oh my god. The oversight, the grave error? Mr. Edgeworth? They're yours. What? How dare? We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our Officer Meekins who brought you the news. Officer Meekins? Mr. Wright, where have we heard that name before? I remember! Wait, Meekins, excuse me, but this mission here. Request of the chief. You don't mean him! According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. But your officer, he told me. He said that report had nothing to do with the Lana Sky incident. Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department evidence room. Edgeworth, the victim was written right on the top of the report. Ugh! Why did your officer tell me? Honestly, I'm not sure if the officer was capable of making the connection. He did seem challenged. Dang, Emma. In any case, this is a serious error, a gross negligence of your duty of your part, Worthy. But sir, you could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then I don't like it when there's just a long pause. Stop looking at me! Ah! No such luck this time, Worthy, or should I say unworthy. What? Now, what was that second rule of evidence law? Well, Mr. Wright? Huh? Oh, well, it's a rule 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And how is this rule relevant? Normally, you'd submit a list of evidence to be used in court before the trial. This report wasn't on that list. So, what does this mean? I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court. The connection was just proven by Wright over there. Good job, Wright, my boy. Huh? I was just doing my job. No. No! Is everything okay? It seems we have come to an end of this trial. Thank God! I know we're going through a tough time, Worthy, with all those rumors. You were even defendant's chair just past this past December. Ugh, I apologize for this terrible lack of diligence on my part. Mr. Edgeworth, please, just give me 1 day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened. If it's the last thing I do. You'd better get results this time, really. You have my profound apologies, sir. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. This guy's, I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. I will grant 1 further day as the prosecution has requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Whatever your punishment for this, for your sake, I hope is not decisive. Very well. Court is adjourned. Thank you. To be continued. Oh my God. I would like to save, please. Finally. Day 2 of the investigation. Yes. Day 2. February 23rd, 2:15 p.m. Mr. Wright, so what's going on with the case anyway? I'm a little confused. Huh? Well, let's see. The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death after 5 p.m. on the 21st. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot and the police department's evidence room. What's this? And the evidence room part? The prosecutor's office and the police departments are 30 minutes apart by car. Well, that's what we were going to find out, or try to at least. Alright, let's do it! I'm glad she's in good spirits. Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright. Huh? Look, we're in this together, right? I'll prove that these thick-rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show. Let's go! Science awaits us! Ugh. You know, I really don't think we should worry about the police department murder. There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares? Yeah, it was only a victim who was killed in their evidence room. No biggie, haha. Besides, my sister would never do such a thing. I know it. Oil drum. It's empty. Kicked over. Blah, blah, blah. My sister erasing evidence at the scene of the crime? Never. That's not it at all. It's just, we're both professionals at what we do, and I trust her. Ugh. Well, whether there was blood on the floor or not, the water in the oil drum was washing all away. Ignore the strength of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright. Huh? What's that grin for? This situation calls for one thing, and that is luminol testing fluid. Luminol? Blood is sticky stuff, you know. You can't just wash it away with a little water. Even if you can't see it, it's still there. But wouldn't the police have already done those tests? Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. Just give it a try. Why do I have to do it? I'm a minor. I can't even drink yet. Oh my God. Here, look. I'll lend you these glasses. Huh? You have an extra pair of those things? To test for blood reaction, just spray the luminol on it. Like this, okay? Press enter to spray on it. Okay, let's find some blood stains. Oh my God, the flash. I can see your eyes shining with those glasses. So, is this a blood stain? It's so, Emma, you're shaking. It's just, this is my first time seeing real blood. Okay, well, we definitely know this is a blood stain. But doesn't something strike you as odd, scientifically speaking, of course? The amount of blood? The perpetrator and Detective Goodman fought here, right? Don't you think there'd be a little bit more blood? I definitely think so. I mean, look at all the blood on the sole of the victim's shoes. It is pretty strange. If they fought here, there would have been more blood than this. Hey, Mr. Wright, I'm gonna mark up the floor pans when we find a bloodstain, okay? Okay. See, I'm pretty handy to have around, right? Yeah, and this stuff's pretty handy too. I saved up my allowance to buy that. Use for scientific investigation. Find blood traces. Spray to use. We can't be sure that the police will reveal all their evidence in court. Sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit with their view of the case. Then let's drag that hidden evidence out of into the light that day. Yeah! It feels like we're really investigating a crime now, doesn't it? Yeah, guess I should give this a spray on anything suspicious. Ha! Hello! I wonder how that fluid of yours would react to a nice deli box. Miss Star! You only trust your own eyes. Not bad, you two. This day-old deli box is on the house. Sorry, it's just that kind. Oh, sorry, it's just that kind of lead and doesn't really get my mouth watering. Alright, y'all. I think that is it for Phoenix Wright. Jesus Christ. Oh my god, my mouth. My whole entire voice. Oh god. I'm sorry I haven't been reading chat, but I was just like, whoa, I was kind of, I think we have enough of this woman today, Cham. I had enough of that guy, this girl. Oh my god. We're not over yet. It's not done yet. Tomorrow, I think I'm just gonna play Overwatch. I don't have materials for art, and we don't have time to grab. I don't know. If I get up early, and if Hobbycraft has my things, we'll do art. But if they don't, I'm gonna do Overwatch. But other than that, holy heck, that guy is gonna come in my nightmares. Thanks for the stream. I've had enough of this woman permanently. Oh my god, we were so close. I was so close to death. But yeah. Until then, Overwatch or art tomorrow. Wednesday, Thousand Year Door. Thursday, Minish Cap. Friday, Don't May Cry. Saturday, if I have, by chance, thanks for the stream. Yeah, thank you for watching. Oh my god, I'm about to take a nap. But yeah, until then, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Woo! But yeah, y'all have a good night. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a good night, everybody. Woo! Oh, and sorry about the very loud music. Okay, bye. Ah! Ba, 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 da, ba, ba, da.